Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step-by-step how to start a sports blog. So be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you're notified when I upload a brand new video. All right, so let's take a look at exactly what we're going to cover today. We're going to talk about what is a sports blog at a high level. We're going to talk about the steps required to getting started, which means pick a sport and then niche down. Niching down is going to be very important, and I'm going to show you why. And then we're going to talk about picking a platform and getting a domain name and how you can do all of that. You can actually get a domain name for free. I'll tell you what a domain name is in just a moment. You can get that for free if you click the first link in the description. After that, we are going to install WordPress, which is the content management software, which I'll tell you in just a moment what that means and why that's important for you. We're going to install a WordPress theme, and then you need to make these changes. So make sure that you watch and make the necessary changes, or else you're going to run into some problems when it comes to creating content and finding success online. And then we're going to talk about some ways that you can make money, then why it's important for you to share on social media early on. And then you're going to want to write, of course, and then make sure that you click the links in the description to get started. So let's go ahead and talk about it. What is a sports blog? Now, obviously, a sports blog is simply a blog where you cover sports topics. It could be any topic. It could be a variety of topics. But what you will want to do, and this is going to be critical to your success in the early on, is you're going to want to make sure that you pick a sport and then niche down. The reason why I say niche down is because if you just create content on, let's say, basketball, we're going to type in basketball here, and you're going to see it's pretty competitive. I have to spell basketball correctly, of course, but when you just type in basketball, you can see you're going to have to compete with Wikipedia, you're going to have to compete with ESPN, the Olympics, NBA.com. It is going to be very difficult for you to find success if you just create content about basketball. And so when you're starting your blog, you need to think about it in verticals. So the first vertical, or the overall niche, is going to be sports. And then you have to think, okay, the sub niche is probably the different types of sports. So for example, a basketball is a sub niche. But then you have to think about the sub niches within basketball. You can do NBA, you could do college basketball, you could do high school sports if that's what you're interested in, or you could even do like training and tutorials. And then even within that, you have different niches that you want to get into. And I'm just going to show you exactly a little bit about why it's important to niche down. So I'm going to log into Ahrefs. It's a paid tool. You don't need to use it. I just like to use it to show you how easy or difficult something is. So I'm going to go over to keywords, and I'm just going to type in basketball. We saw that it was pretty competitive. There's a lot of people creating content about basketball, a lot of major players. But if I just type in basketball, hit enter, you're going to see it comes back as super hard. And basically, this is a sliding scale from 0 to 100 about how difficult a keyword would be to rank. And so that's going to be pretty challenging for a brand new blog. What you will want to do is you might want to talk about, let's say basketball skills. So if we type in basketball skills, that is, you can see that is a 10. It's going to be much easier to rank for basketball skills. And so it's very important that you niche down. And one thing that you can do, if we go back here twice, we can use basketball, which we searched just moments ago, as our top level, and that can actually help us niche down. So I'm just going to click back one more time here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on matching terms, and these are going to give us a bunch of topics within the basketball niche. We could create an entire website about the 3-4 defense if we wanted to, or box and one or something like that, swing or whatever it might be. But as you can see, these are all different opportunities, and I recommend that you spend some time niching down and figure out what you want to talk about. Now, ultimately, depending on how large you plan on making your blog, you could niche up and start competing for some of these more competitive keywords. For example, if we look at NCAA basketball, that's really difficult to rank for, but Michigan basketball, which is a part of NCAA basketball, isn't as difficult, and you could potentially create content that way. So first things first, you want to make sure that you niche down, you find your niche. Now, if we go back over here to our guide, you can see we pick a sport, we niche down. The next step is to click the first link in the description and get a domain name and web hosting. Now, you will need a domain name and web hosting to start a blog. Web hosting is basically where you're going to store your files or your web pages so that people can access your website from all over the world. If you click the first link in the description, you can actually set up your your domain name and web hosting. The web hosting is $3.95 per month. The domain name is free for the first year, and it's a really easy process. You just go through, sign up, and then they're going to have you install WordPress. Now, WordPress, and I'm just going to take you over here to the back office of my blog. This is what WordPress looks like. WordPress is going to allow you to create blog posts faster. It's search engine optimized so that you don't have to do any of those extra things that other people are going to tell you that you need to do, so that you can just focus on writing. What you will do when you sign up for the web hosting provider is they're going to have you do what's called a one-click install. It's going to have you press a little W. You're going to press it. It's going to walk you through the steps of installing WordPress. WordPress itself is 100% free. But what I recommend is that you ultimately upgrade to something called a premium theme. So what we're going to do here is, if we take a look at my website here, webhostingrewind.com, this is a theme. This is the way the website looks and feels. You know, you can change this and customize it to wherever you want it to look like. But ultimately, what I recommend that you do is just get it installed, and you're going to have a back office like this. Now that you have WordPress installed, the first thing I recommend that you do is go over to a website like ThemeForest and find a premium theme. So we're going to go to ThemeForest. We're going to go to themeforest.net, and ThemeForest has a ton of premium themes that you can install and download on top of your WordPress website to make it look a little bit different. For example, let's just type in basketball, because there might be some basketball theme out there that we could download and install. Okay, so there isn't a basketball. There we go. So we type in basketball, and they have different themes that are geared towards basketball. We could even just do kind of like a sports theme, but you don't have to download these. You could also use a free site like GeneratePress. They have a free WordPress theme, but whatever it is, you buy it. For example, you'll buy it, you'll download it to your computer as a zip drive. And the next step, we'll go back over to my website here. You will go to Appearance. You're going to go to Themes, and you are going to click on Add New. When you click on Add New, it's going to take you to this new page where you're going to click on Upload Theme. When you upload theme, you are going to find the theme that you just downloaded from ThemeForest or GeneratePress, and then you are going to activate it. When you activate it, it's going to change the way your website looks and feels, and you're going to have probably a few different options over here, but we're not going to worry about that right now. What we want to do is we want to get up and running as quick as possible. So once we have our theme installed, we need to make a few changes on our WordPress website so that we can make sure that we have everything covered. So what you want to do is go to Settings, and you want to make sure that your site title is related to whatever it is, whatever your website's about. If you are doing sporting news, you want to change this to sportingnews.com, and then add your tagline, the #1 place to find all sporting news or all basketball news. If we scroll down here, you want to make sure that you change your time zone to whatever time zone you are locally, and then click Save. Under Writing, we don't have to make any changes, so we're going to scroll down. Under Reading, this is very important, and this is what I was alluding to earlier. Make sure that this search engine visibility is left unchecked. Do not check this. If you check this, your website will be hidden from Google and Yahoo and Bing, and you won't get any visitors or traffic, and you will have a tough time making money. So make sure you leave everything as is. Click on permalinks. And then the other very important thing you need to do is permalinks is set to plain. You want to make sure you change it to post name. The reason being is when you create your blog post, it's going to show up at the end of your domain name. So my domain name is webhostingrewind.com. The post name is going to be webhostingrewind.com/basketball skills for beginners. You want it done like that because it's search engine optimized. Very, very important. Change it to post name, scroll down, and click Save. The next step is to create a post. Now, what you want to do when you're blogging and you want to get started with blogging, you want to make sure that you're doing posts. Don't do pages, do posts. When you go to post, click on Add New, and you want to make sure that you are using the keywords that you found in your title. Remember, we found some keywords over here. If we wanted to, we could say like Purdue basketball. That would be our title for our post name. So we could do Purdue basketball, everything you need to know, for example. And then you're simply just going to write out whatever content is related to your post. So again, we would do like Purdue. So we do like Ohio State basketball. And because school is starting soon, we could do like Ohio State basketball, everything you need to know. Okay. And when people search Ohio State basketball, this could potentially show up in the search engines. And people are going to be enticed to click on it because you are providing them everything they need to know for 2021, we'll say. And then you're simply going to write whatever content you find is relevant and then click publish. Now, we've talked about how to create a blog. We've talked about WordPress themes. Let's talk about some ways to make money. There are a number of ways to make money with your website. You can have ads. You can work with something like Google AdSense. And when you work with Google AdSense, they will actually automatically place ads in your blog post. So if I just go over to Google AdSense, you can just go through the process and sign up for Google AdSense, and they will automatically put ads on your account. Now, once your site grows large enough, you can actually move off of Google AdSense, but this is a good place to start if you want to start making some money. So you can use AdSense. You can also use something called affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing is simply recommending or selling other people's products and services. Now, you have to think that with your sports niche, you want to try and make sure that you find things that are relevant to whatever niche you are. For example, let's say we create content about the NCAA or Purdue basketball or Ohio State. We want to go out and find affiliate programs that are relevant to that niche. So maybe there is Ohio State affiliate program where we could put in jerseys and t-shirts and apparel and potentially make money that way. What we can do is we'll grab our affiliate links from, let's say, Share a Sale. We'll put it right in our content. People will click on those links and buy the product, and we get paid a commission. You can also sell digital and physical products. Maybe you have a guide or a checklist to show people relevant basketball skills, the best tips and tricks for 8th graders. You have a book that you just created for your niche. You can sell those right in your blog as well. So there's a number of ways to make money right within your blog or website. Now, if I go back over here to our steps, we have talked about the sports blog. We've picked a sport. We've niched down. We've talked about picking a platform. We've installed WordPress. We've installed our WordPress theme. We've made the necessary changes. Now you want to start writing, which we covered. You want to make sure that you are creating a blog post and not a blog page. After that, we talked about how to make money. Now, it's going to be important in the very beginning that you share on social media. You can share your blog and within Facebook groups with permission, on Reddit, on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, really anywhere that you can get traffic, because it's going to take a while before Google and Bing and Yahoo discover your content. And then the final step is you want to make sure that you are writing a lot. In the very beginning, you're going to be writing probably 30, 40, 50 blog posts, and you're not going to see any results. It's important that you keep writing through those downtimes, because eventually you'll get picked up as long as you're doing keyword research properly. And then make sure you click on the links in the description so that you can get started. That first link will help you get started installing WordPress and getting your domain name and web hosting, which you absolutely need if you are just getting started with your blog. If this video helped you out, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you're notified when I upload a brand new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.